Abdul Ahmed out here, bit of a serious one. All three brothers here at once. It's been a long time since this has happened.
Starting with the oldest to the youngest.
Yeah, so it's set up quite well. Guys, number 47, thank you for joining us for almost coming up to a year now, isn't it? Almost a year, guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't thank you enough. Guys, we still got loads of giveaways, so nobody seems to want them. I'm going to start giving them out to random people. But guys, keep commenting. I still want to have more suggestions on what else we could talk about on the podcast as well. Usually we talk about all things geeky, comics, movies, UFC, gaming. We want to broaden the horizon of the Brothers Geek Out podcast. And now that we've got all three of us here, this one's going to be an emotional one. Where do we start, man? Comics. Alright, so I'm going to start off with comics because recently I've been reading a book that came out a couple of years back. Well, not even a couple of years. I'm talking about 15, 20 years back now. Fatal Attraction, X-Men. And I finished it just last week and it was absolutely fucking amazing. So I don't know.
Take that off you.
Yeah, if you haven't read Fatal Attraction, this is the story about Magneto ripping out Wolverine's adamantium. Now this shit is deep because there's a lot of political issues regarding mutants and humans and how far Magneto goes to, how can I explain it? Goes to doing what he does basically, yeah, to prove that, you know, mutants are the higher beings, the bigger race.
Well, he really believes it, and he really wants to support his people. He's
he does. He's so passionate about it.
And I think he's seen so much hate from human beings.
Yeah.
That it drives his passion to stick up for his race.
That's right.
Whereas like Xavier, obviously, is supposed to be the Malcolm X and the Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
So whereas Professor X, he sees the hate, but he's trying to do it peaceful. He hasn't got hate in him.
That's it.
He hasn't got hate, and Magneto's got hate in him because obviously his past and shit, right?
And you see that in this book. Like I had a massive break between X-Men comics, and this is the first X-Men comic because of Comic-Con and meeting all the writers. This comic book has come out, and now it had artists like John Romita Jr., Andy Kubert, Adam Kubert. And when I met them, I was like, before I met them, I had to read the books again. And this is, you know, a good series of Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine, the normal X-Men team, Excalibur, which is Nightcrawler, and Shadowcat's team. And it was just a nice mix, mash-up, you know, Cable in the Future's involved as well, Bishop's there as well. It was just, if they were to make an adaptation of a movie of this, because this does really show how dark-sided Magneto's past is as well. The movies are shit. Sorry.
Wait,
20th Century Fox.
You know what though? You know what? I reckon now it's on the Marvel, and if they reboot it, think about what they did with Black Panther. Think about that story. Think about Killmonger and how they related it to modern times and all that sort of stuff, and the racial shit that's going on. Bro, if they get a good script writer for X-Men, think about the story and how deep they can make it, bro.
Very.
Like, I didn't really think about this before, but after watching Black Panther and seeing Killmonger's motives, I'm like, how deep of an X-Men movie can you make when you do emphasize on the hate, racism? Let's just say it's racism, right?
Yeah.
When you do emphasize on that part of the story, I mean, bro, with a great script writer, with Marvel and Disney taking over, I think they can make epic
something better
X-Men movies.
What?
I'm talking about some of the best comic book movies of all time because they have the story.
They have the potential there.
Well, this is why Black Panther is one of the best. And forget the racist shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the story and the motive. It makes it one of the best because of the reality of the world, how it is. Right?
Yeah.
You bring that into X-Men, and you can. It's the reality of the world, but we're not using color. We're just, you know, they've taken it. And bro,
and that's what they did. I mean, I think originally when X-Men came out, that was their vision. You know,
it was basic. It was based on script writing.
Not the film, bro.
The comic. Of course.
It was about diversity. It was about being different. It was about racism. It was about everything that was happening at that time.
Yeah.
You know, teenagers growing up, not knowing where they are, how they are. You know, they've been bestowed with these powers and being outcasted.
But I for some reason, like, just hearing you talking about that comic shit, I just had a vision. I was like, man, Marvel can really make something epic. I feel like Kevin Feige and the team will just be like, listen, scrapping that shit and what we're starting completely
fresh,
fresh.
innit?
Make it the most epic comic book movie of all time. You can do that now with that content.
Oh,
man.
of course, of
Think
course.
about it, man. Shit, that's deep. That's deep. And I think that's why The Dark Knight works so bad.
Yeah.
So good, sorry. I mean, why, I mean one of the best.
fresh.
Not even just that. I think it's because of the Joker. I want to talk about the White Knight in a second because I've read 2 chapters, but I think it's because of the Joker. Like, if you think about his character and how realistic they made it in the movies and whatnot, like I think that's why it's one of the best comic book movies of all time, because he really emphasized on the psycho-ness of Joker, but then the goodness of people, and you know what I mean? Like it's mad. Like I got high hopes for X-Men, man. If Disney take over and do it right, we're gonna be back in
Mutant and Proud.
Trust, it's gonna be big. They really might. Yeah, it's gonna be big. Even the First Class movies, don't get me wrong, they were good.
They were good. Yeah.
And
I didn't like him, man.
well, the First Class was cool. Future Past was cool, but I tell you why they were cool for me. I mean, it wasn't good because it emphasized on that whole racism thing. Right, that could have made more epic. It was just a good movie to watch, and finally it kind of fit into place and whatnot. None of them have made me feel emotional, if that makes sense.
Logan.
None of them made me feel like
Put Logan aside.
None of them made me feel like
Invested.
Saturday morning when you woke up to watch X-Men.
Yeah, no,
I
of
didn't
course,
feel
yeah.
like I just felt, oh, it's just
Well, yeah.
They didn't make you feel invested.
Yeah, I
bro.
didn't.
Yeah,
feel
none
that.
of them. No, but I mean, apart from Logan, yeah, you got to put that one aside.
Logan
'cause
was
that
awesome.
made me cry like a bitch. But I'm talking about, like, you know, after watching, like I said, Black Panther, Infinity War, like I felt so much for Thanos. It's so weird, but his motive was so great. I felt enough for Thanos, man. Any interruptions?
That's fine. Go on.
What's next? White Knight, man. I got to talk about the White Knight.
So what's this comic based on?
Bro, this is
yeah,
basically
that's
it's
fine.
basically based on
Oh yeah, go for it. It's fine.
get the milk.
Go on what day? Carry on, innit?
Alright, basically, this is basically what someone told me. Like, he's like, you gotta read it. It's like one of the best. It's like almost on the same level as the Dark Knight series, right? And it's basically the guy just said to me, it's the roles are reversed. The Joker becomes a good guy, Batman becomes a bad guy.
Sick.
Now, I'm not. I've only read 2 chapters, but what I've seen so far and what they're emphasizing on, and this is freaking brilliant, is one of these social justice warriors in the world, and how not just Joker's a psychopath, because he's smart. He is a psychopath, but he's psychologically smart.
Yeah.
And now he's using, in what I've read so far, he's using his psychologically smart brain to manipulate the system.
Yeah.
I haven't read the whole thing, so I don't know how it ends. But from what I've seen so far, he's using his psychological, and especially in the world,
In a good way.
in the world today, using not social media, but you know how, like I said, there's social justice warriors out there these days. He's using his smartness to get them on his side. So he's actually going feeling like he's a victim now. The way he's using it is brilliant, man. And he's making Batman to be the psychopath.
That's crazy.
It's brilliant so far. It's so smartly written. It's not just like, you know, alternate universe. He's a good guy, but no, he's using his intelligence to trick the people. I mean, like I said, it all seems legit, but at the end of the comic, he's the bad guy, right? End of the day, so it could be just a trick, but it's the way they're twisting it.
So how's Bruce being in this?
He's actually being a psychopath because he's fucking getting angry, right? Which is what maybe Joker wants. So
what is he like proper battering people?
he's battering Joker. He's beating the shit
Oh.
out of Joker, and the police had to kind of stop him. Well, the police didn't do shit, and then you get a couple people on social media and the network, news network, being like, "Oh, Batman's brutally busting up Joker while the police watch." So it's already making Joker look like a
social
media,
victim.
a victim. He's like, okay, there's no need for this. And then they're emphasizing on the fact that you guys call me, but Joker said, you guys call me a murderer. Where have you got any evidence? Like, they've never produced any evidence. And when you think about all the comics, I haven't read all of them in the world, but has there ever been evidence of him actually killing someone? No. They haven't shown it. Yes, he's killed people and he's a freaking psycho, but there's never been no evidence. Yeah, and he's like, you've never had evidence on me. Yes, I robbed some banks. Yes, I done that. But have I killed anyone? No. He's being so smart.
I can't wait to read
fucking
this.
brilliant.
I can't wait to read
It's
this.
so brilliant so far. And obviously that's just fucking up Batman's mind, because he's just like, what the fuck? Like, people,
Pain is smart.
it's so good. And so
Interesting.
people are just seeing him in a different light.
I need to read that.
I
after
see
the-
Joker in a different light. Yeah, I mean, before I go back to Hong Kong, I need to try and finish it this week.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Singapore.
Sorry, Singapore.
Gilman's moved to Singapore now.
I
But
moved to Singapore.
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Brilliant.
I think that's gonna be my next one. And Batman Damned. I can't wait to
I
read
want
that.
to watch that. I'm gonna read that.
I'm gonna wait for the
The
paperback.
full book,
Yeah, because these singles, if I lose one, I lose, man. Because I also bought. So I went to Midtown Comics. I was in New York this week.
He was in New York.
Went to Midtown Comics. I got some whole other ones for
Shout
you.
outs to Midtown Comics.
Brilliant, man. I love going there, man. And then I bought myself a little Punisher treat book.
Oh yeah.
Just Punisher versus the Marvel Universe, but it's all the sort of stories that he's ever happened, fighting the Marvel Universe. So I've read the last one when it was zombies, but there's all these other beginning ones, and it might have the first issue of him when he, Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Because that was against someone,
Yeah,
right? So I've kind of flicked through it, and there's a whole bunch in there that I haven't read, so I'm like, it's going to be a fun read.
That
I was
should be
going to
a
get
good
some Punisher Max ones, so the one we've read
Yes.
is issue 8, and I read issue 1, but there's 7, 8, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but they're fucking big books, man. So I have to get
Nice.
hold of
I'm
them
looking
as
forward to that. I am gonna touch base while we're on the comic book phase at the moment. Us three brothers got to finish off Daredevil season 3.
So sick.
I'm gonna give you my overall review on this. Yeah.
Spoiler review,
Season.
spoiler review?
Well, it's gonna be a short one. It's not gonna be quite big, but we can do a spoiler
yeah,
one.
I say spoil it, man. Shit, it's been out for 2-3 weeks, man. If you haven't
No.
watched it, then you'll lose.
Anyway, I'm not gonna do it. You guys can do the spoiling parts, but fucking amazing, absolutely awesome. I know you guys saw Pops walk in the back of the podcast. That's why we didn't swear or nothing, because I know he probably was gonna
I
drop
swear
one
too
too.
much, man. Calm down.
But absolutely amazing. I think Charlie Cox is an amazing Daredevil character. The guy who plays, I can't remember the guy who plays Bullseye. I can't remember the actor's name. Is absolutely. And Michael D'Onofrio or who plays Kingpin. Dude, you are like my top 3 Marvel villains right now. You're number 2 actually, because you grew so much in this series. It was absolutely amazing. After reading Punisher Max, that story of him being stuck in that hotel, which he bought out, but they got little bits and pieces from it, didn't they?
That's what they got it from.
Yeah, and then like, there's one scene in I can't remember what episode it was, but that scene with them two fighting in the bulletin was the most epic scene. Remember, Ash, we were on the edge of our seats. It was we screamed at the end of the fight, bro.
Yeah.
But you know when he caught that thing, it was like, bro, the fight scene was sick. But when he was throwing pencils and shit,
so good. This is what I loved about Bullseye.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cheesy as he just carried cards around.
Yeah.
He just picked up anything and threw it, and it was so fucking awesome the way he did it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the last time we saw Bullseye was in Ben Affleck's Daredevil, and he had this whole tattoo. No, not even a tattoo. It was engraved into his head.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say, did you see the little Easter egg when he was a kid? He was a kid, the baseball hat. and everything. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, compared to that and what we saw now, we actually saw why he's so psychotic, and it
was nice. They went into his background.
Grew up. Yeah, that's what.
They emphasised on that a little bit.
Which I really enjoyed.
Listen, the Punisher Max comic is a different level, but this, I think obviously you can't do that in this and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Brilliant Bullseye, and I'm glad there's more. Spoiler alerts. I already said it to me. We're gonna see more of him, and I'm fucking looking forward to that. Kingpin, like I said this to you from season 1, like he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I want to see more Kingpin, just the way he acts. His motive is love, but it's not. You know what it is, yeah? It's not a cheesy love.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Because he still he has so much compassion.
Yeah.
His eyes say a lot, when he's acting and when he's feeling shit, when he gets angry, when he gets emotional, when you talk about the love of his life, you could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
And then she wants to be king woman, man.
Yeah.
Like king queen,
Yeah, king queen, bro.
Sorry, no. Queen pin. Queen pin, because you saw straight away at the end that she's trying to run things.
Did we just say king queen?
Yeah. That makes sense. Queen pin.
King queen.
Like, and I don't know, there's something about him, and I think at the end, when Daredevil kept on saving her, remember, amount of times he saved her.
Got some sort of not respect, but
not respect. He resisted. Like, you know what? Just take me, because he didn't. He stopped fighting back. Well, I don't say he stopped fighting back, but it looked like he didn't want to fight anymore. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Maybe not. But you know, he was there to make the deal. Like Kingpin, after saying I'm gonna kill you, when he says he's gonna kill someone, he goes for it.
But
for him to just say,
I'll leave you lot alone.
I'll make the deal. I'll leave alone if you leave her alone. It kind of shows that I feel it kind of shows all the time Daredevil saved her. It kind of built, and he was just like, all right, you know what, let's make a deal, sort of thing. And again, him making a deal with Daredevil is kind of like, don't kill Kingpin. I don't want him to be dead.
No.
I mean, you can't kill him,
Yeah,
but it's not cheesy. It's not like, what the fuck, you're making a deal after all of that he's done. No, I think they write it so well that it's just like, well, it makes sense.
No,
because Daredevil says it himself. Like, even though he wanted to kill him, and Punisher said it in season 2, you're one bad day away from becoming me.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill him, and then he was like, no, you are not changing who I am. Like, if I kill you, then you are changing who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
nah, man. So,
That's strong. That's very strong.
So
After the struggles he went through.
trust.
That episode, that season really reminded me of something like Game of Thrones where everybody was losing, bro.
But a lot of people died.
Yeah.
I think I'm glad they bring the black costume back in as well.
The Muay Thai raps.
Yeah.
The
More to
brilliant.
raps. I thought it was just brilliant. I mean, don't get me, suit looks wicked, but it was just great to see him and just black.
I like the way it was used against him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just another antagonizing thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine something that was yours
Yeah.
and they're ruining it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After like 2 seasons,
That's
of
like
you
a- that-
representing
Yeah.
everyone knows Daredevil to be a hero, turned that using it against him.
Yeah.
You know what came to mind? I remember I was watching like 4 or 5 episodes of Black Lightning, and in one of those episodes, like near the end, before I stopped watching it, they were trying to do the same thing to Black Lightning, turn him into a bad guy, but it was done so shit
So
that you know that program was turned off. But just like it just
Yeah.
reminded me about
That
that,
Black
and it just goes to
Lightning.
show the script writing in these Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Well, especially for Daredevil, should
Yeah.
I say?
Daredevil and Luke Cage.
It's absolutely brilliant. They invest on the script, they invest in the actors, they invest in the acting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's not just like, alright, cool, it's a TV show, just do what you want. Again, Kingpin, bro, the whole Marvel universe, for me, he's my 3rd favourite villain. Thanos, Killmonger, Kingpin. I don't
Kingpin's
give a
number 2
shit.
for me though.
Bro, if Kingpin showed up in the movie, any of them could show up in the movies,
Yeah.
and it would be perfect. Every one of those characters are interesting. You want to know more.
Yeah.
Bullseye, as soon as he was introduced, I wanted to know more.
about
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas some of the other shows, and I spoke about this last time, but fucking Iron Fist, everyone is just cringy, man.
Yeah,
I
Iron Fist
don't
was
give a
just,
shit about none of them.
I don't know what to say about Iron Fist. I mean,
Shut down anyway, man.
At the
Shut
end
down.
of that, I just looked at Kibler and I thought,
I thought it was moist, bro. I got moist,
no,
bro.
it was shit, man. Seriously, that
Basic.
Alright, cool.
That was terrible.
That's
That
that's Daredevil 3, guys. But moving on, let's go into gaming. Ash has been gaming a lot, so let's get him talking because we haven't had him on a podcast.
Yeah,
Ever?
guys, I just started playing. Well, I just completed Spider-Man
Yeah.
on the PS4, and honestly, there's already rumors this could be the start of a Marvel universe in the gaming industry. And what they're gonna go with, they've already introduced. If you played it, I mean, I'm gonna spoil it. They've introduced Miles Morales, the Avengers Towers, Stranger's Tower. You swing around the whole city and you'll see certain references like Wakanda, the embassy.
Yeah.
You see that.
Oh, sick.
So there's rumors that this could be the start of a Marvel story, but in a game. And
So was Marvel Studios attached to this?
yeah, they're attached.
They were, and Sony.
And Sony as well, yeah.
Okay, so they must have that.
That's
Too.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
and it was just crazy. The game was absolutely. They introduced the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
The gameplay is awesome. Like Kibbs, you saw me play it, man.
Yeah, no, I had a few swing arounds. I'm not a big gamer anymore,
Neither am I.
but to have a swing around as Spidey, like
Just
controls.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, just the gameplay itself. Like I think that's one game in a long time that I sat there and made sure I completed 100%.
Yeah, no, because a lot of people that told me about the game as well were interested in the fact that did it make you feel like this, Ash, when you were playing it? Did it make you actually feel like Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. When that I can't explain. When you're swinging around the city and he's not just swinging. It's like martial arts, man. He's going with the flow. He's going in that direction. He's going through pipes and buildings and all sorts of shit. And it's just like crazy, man. Then they had this nice little heroic music but in the background.
Yeah.
So he just made you feel like shit. This is absolutely epic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
so
That is
definitely-
nice.
definitely.
When a game can do that, that's
I think
Yeah.
with technology these days,
Yeah.
it just improves not just the gameplay, but the way it looks and
Yeah.
the feel and whatever, man. I mean, I'm not into games either, man. I'm fucking basic with games, but that looks sick though.
But the story was very touching, and it kind of focused more on Peter, as well as I've mentioned. They introduced Miles Morales. He gets involved, and so yeah, they're going with this whole new universe as well, which is crazy. And I'm not even lying. The end of the game made me cry. I don't even know what to say.
what do you mean? What happened, man?
What happened?
So basically, there's this virus that Dr. Ock has unleashed, and his Aunt May gets ill, and she dies at the end. And
Oh, it's deep.
like, it was emotional. For a game to make you cry, that was it. To see Peter crying, because obviously you build the character with the story, and as you go along, you see what he's going through, and then to see him die, her die, and he's crying, you're like, oh shit, this is quite emotional.
It's quite deep.
Yeah,
Shit, man.
yeah. So he's just lost his uncle and his aunt,
Ah.
you know, and he's by himself. He's got Mary Jane. They're kind of going through a rough patch, but now Miles Morales has got his powers, and at the end of it, he's like, Peter, I've got to show you something. And Peter's like, whoa. If it's about the birds and the bees, calm down. But he's like, no. And then he flips onto the roof, and Peter's like, and he flips onto the roof, and then that's it. They cut off.
Sick. Moist.
Yeah.
That's
So-
because if that's entwined with the movie that's coming out in December, I'm so looking forward to that
It'd be
animation. Man.
smart to do that, to entwine it all, man. I mean, Marvel's good at doing that shit. Why the
Yeah.
fuck not? But then this is Sony, right?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, even just seeing Dr. Ock, to see actually why he became Dr. Ock, it was because of Norman. He just drove him to it.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Brendan, Rhino,
Rhino,
Goblin.
Mr. Negative,
who's
Goblin.
Mr. Negative?
Briefly,
I'm not familiar
his
with
name's, I can't remember his name.
Electro part?
Electro looked crazy in it, man. Electro looked
Was he the
really-
original Electro?
He was the original.
With the yellow and
Yellow, I think, yeah.
Oh,
so
nice,
he had
nice,
that
nice.
crazy, had this sort of burnt face looks from the incident, I'm assuming. Mr. Negative is basically, he has a kind of fundraiser, he helps the poor and stuff like that. It's kind of a home for homeless people, a shelter. And his drive towards Norman is crazy because he became Mr. Negative because of Norman Osborn.
And Norman Osborn plays a big part in this.
He plays a very big part.
It's interesting
You know.
because I think they're trying to put the element of the films.
Yeah, exactly. Even
Well, with these games, man, the story is a big part of it. It's
Oh,
no
yeah.
more left, right, ABC
Yeah.
start and that shit is, and then go
Yeah.
to one. The story plays
The
a
story
big
plays a
part
big
of
part,
it.
I think that's why.
And I think I
Yeah.
don't know if I don't know. I could be talking shit, but I feel that first Metal Gear Solid on PS1.
Was story.
That was what
Best
changed the whole video game
Yeah,
industry
yeah.
because the story in that game was better than movies.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
and,
yes,
and you know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, wow. And then Hans Zimmer ends up doing soundtracks for some of the games and whatnot. So this gaming industry, you have to focus on
Yeah,
the
the
story
story, yeah.
as well as just gameplay, as well as you know,
Everything.
all
That's
that
why like
shit.
Arkham Knight works, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. With the Arkham Knight series, the whole Batman series, the stories alone drew you in. It just wasn't the game. The gameplay was fantastic, but the story with Batman
Yeah.
is such a big. As you lot know, it's so
Yeah,
big.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
massive.
So
It's
they
massive.
could do whatever they want,
Yeah,
and they did
gaming's
it.
different. I remember back in the day, you play Sonic, you clocked it. Yeah, I clocked Sonic. I got
Yeah.
20 lives, and you get secret coins and whatnot. But now, when someone completes a game, like, oh yeah, the story was basic.
Yeah,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're just like, it's a big part of it.
It's
man.
like
No, of course.
yeah,
plays a
like
big
God
part.
of War. I played God of War, and at the end of God of War,
I miss
I
it.
was like, holy shit. Is that it? Like I want more. Like that's what,
Yeah.
and that's the same feeling I had with Spider-Man. It finished, and I'm like, oh man, I got to wait until the next one, and who knows when
It's good
until
you
the
took
next
your
one is.
time with it, bro. Because, like, you know, most people that I speak to, excuse me, finish it in like 2-3 days.
No, I pay £40. I'm gonna make sure I spend a long time.
Shall I
on
be
it.
honest with you, man? I wish I could just finish it in 2 days because I buy games and don't play it. Fucking basic. God of
Yeah.
War, I still want to complete it.
God
but
of War,
I
guys.
just told, actually made. I should show me the story, man, because it
It's
sounds fucking
so epic.
deep. I just ain't got the time, man. I ain't got the patience.
Nah.
But what about Red Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 got released about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Mm.
ago. I haven't played much of it, obviously busy, but again, Rockstar have absolutely done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
You know, it's based I forgot what year it was. It's basically when law took place in America.
Okay.
And that's when outlaws came out and started getting recognised, and the whole bounty thing and stuff like that. It's actually a prequel 15 years before the previous Red Dead Redemption. So again, the game is so epic. I mean, you guys seen it. It's so realistic.
Yeah.
The attention to
The
detail.
attention
is-
to detail.
yeah.
Like, there's little things you got to feed your horse to keep it happy. You got to groom your horse. If you don't eat in the game, you lose weight. If you eat too much, you get fat.
What?
Yeah.
I think they done that in those old Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
games,
like
but I
San
think
Andreas.
they've improved
They've
it
upped
a
it
lot.
now,
Yeah,
isn't
of
it?
course. You know, made it a bit more realistic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see you got skin animals and shit
Yeah,
like that.
skin animals, hunt. You got to hunt obviously to feed your camp.
That's mad.
Your hair grows out, your beard grows out. So you know you got
Got
you got to
shave and
shave
all that.
and cut your hair. Obviously, you know,
Damn.
customizing your character with clothing and
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
horse and guns, even engraving your guns to have a little signature to your character. Obviously, I haven't played story much, but the gameplay alone is crazy. And there's
That's cool,
so much you can
Well,
do.
you on the next podcast, bro, you got to talk about it more the more you play it, man.
Yeah.
I need to get you on these more often,
No,
bro.
yeah.
I know the timing's a bit different, but even if you do a
But
separate,
definitely,
separatism section or something,
definitely worth getting that, guys.
Yeah.
Like, if you like Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar have done a brilliant job, guys.
Wicked.
But yeah,
Alright, we're going to move on to quick TV program me and Ash have been watching recently. Titans from
yes,
Warner Brothers downloadable
Yeah.
app.
I'm
I'm having fun, man.
yeah.
What
I'm
episode you on?
I'm gonna watch the fourth one today.
Okay, I'm on episode. Well, actually, I've done the fourth
Five's
one.
not out yet.
Five's out.
Is it out?
Yeah.
No, sure.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. It's on play.
Went to watch one.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So, guys, I'm gonna break it down. Most DC shows that I haven't been a big fan of. Only reason why is Arrow was really good at the beginning.
Started off
Lord, The Flash,
Started
I
off.
absolutely adored it.
It was brilliant. Yeah, it started off brilliant.
But after season 3, lose.
What's it?
Supergirl got a bit cringy.
Supergirl.
Uh,
Shit.
What else is there? Black Lightning, lose.
Black Line shit.
Sorry, guys. Like,
sorry,
I mean,
this
if you
one,
guys,
yeah.
What about the
What's that
team one? That team flight of the
DC,
DC Legends.
DC Legends.
Yeah.
I had some. They've got potential.
They have
The
potential.
thing is, bro,
it
listen,
just looks so
it's not
cheesy
for
as
our.
fuck.
It's not for our generation.
But I still watch them. As much as I'm saying shit, and I still watch it.
I don't wish my
You invested
I
that. I lose, bro.
Because you know what, I like the cat. I like Barry Allen. I like
Oh.
the Queen. Black Lightning, I don't really know anything
I
about
couldn't, I
him,
couldn't
so I don't
invest my
watch it.
life on that.
But anyway, let's
Yeah.
those programs, I don't watch them. But Titans,
Yes.
that has turned shit around for me
Yeah, yeah,
personally.
yeah. As
They've
soon as
gone
the-
for a darker tone.
Yeah, yeah.
Great acting.
Yep.
Great cinematography. It's almost like a film on this one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. As soon as
Special effects are brilliant.
Yeah, as soon as the credit starts, it starts with the Justice League.
Yeah.
Like the movie.
Like the movie, yeah. So,
So-
as soon as that came in, I'm like, okay, they've invested
They've-
time
yeah,
into this.
really.
Definitely.
What they got,
I
you can just tell that's a part of that universe.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
no,
a separatism
there's
thing.
no. Oh, hi, my name's Dick Grayson, and
Yeah.
I'm you know,
Oh,
none
man,
of that
I hate
shit.
that shit, man. 5 years ago, I got struck by lightning in my body, and I hate those intros. I'm sorry, I hate every episode.
I used to love it, though.
I love like.
Season 1 to 2, you know you loved it.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, carry
yeah,
on
yeah,
with
same.
the thing, man.
Reverse Flash
I
was
saw.
good.
Go on, carry on.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah,
Dick
so
Titan.
it's a story for the story about Dick Titan. Sorry, Dick Titan. Dick Titan. Titan Dick. Sorry,
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson and the Titans. You've got Starfire. You've got Raven. You've got who's the Beast Kid? Is he
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy? They've done really well with how they meet the characters together, but kept it entertaining. I mean, episode 2, I was like, what the fuck? I haven't been enjoyed this type of TV in ages.
Is it like episode 1 bad guy finish, episode 2 bad guy finish, or
No,
is it like
no,
a
no, no,
continuous
no, no.
story?
Continuous
It's
story.
finally- Those are much better. I
Yeah.
hate those episode by episode.
So, like,
bullshit.
like, I think, sorry, DC, I love you guys, but I think the concept that they had with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and them, where they had prolonged stories,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
a good story to go with it,
Yeah.
they've done that with this.
Well,
Good.
I'm hoping they keep to it.
Yeah, well, bro, you know what? After episode 4, I was shocked on how much they brought involved, and I was like, you know what?
I mean, there's obviously.
They've really touched on something
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now. Whoever's been producing and directing and writing the stories
Brilliant.
have done really good, and you
Keep up.
keep those people on.
Yeah, don't let go.
Don't change that, because I love the tone of this, man. I love the fact they show Dick Grayson's pain. I love the fact, I'm not going to spoil it for you because I do want you to watch it.
I want to watch it.
I do like the fact that he's troubled, He was troubled after his parents were killed. He was troubled with Bruce Wayne as well. And I love the fact that as much as he loved Bruce Wayne and Batman, he still suffers this loss that he had about his parents after he found out they were murdered. So he's suffering inside. He's ready. It's like a time bomb ready to click, bro. This man is kicking ass in this, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good actor as well. I do like him.
Yeah, even the first episode when he just kicked the shit out of a bunch of these guys, and the last
Fucking
bit,
wicked,
and he was like, "Fuck Batman," and you're like,
I saw that. That was pretty fun.
That was crazy, man. You're like, holy
bro, you know
shit.
what? Give it a go.
I will,
See what you think. But so far, like, I'm enjoying it.
I'm a bit scared. Like, Z Raven, obviously.
Yeah,
I don't know. She's got something.
You know. Yeah.
I'm not
possessed.
yeah, and there's some bits are kind of scary, man. Like, I don't know if it's me being a pansy, but
I watched half of
Do you
episode
remember?
1
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
I got busy and whatnot.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, it looked good so far, man. It didn't look cheesy.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just looked like a movie. It looked like a show that they. It looks like a modern day show, man. None of this, like I said, episode 1 bullshit. Episode 2, it looks like a full.
Full,
thing.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to catching up. And the fight scenes look good.
Yeah.
Like,
even the references in the program.
well, finally, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, one thing that pissed me off about Flash, right, was, come on, you have the rights for all the characters. So there was this one episode back in the day where they used the bat sign, but it was a Flash sign or whatever. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I got it from a movie or comic or something."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why don't you just reference fucking Batman?"
Batman,
yeah.
It's so stupid. So if this show's referencing Batman, which it already is, because
Yeah.
it's already like, "Fuck Batman," like,
Well, not even that.
it's
like,
so awesome. Why not
It's
do
just-
it? You know what I mean?
even that one scene where you just see
Go on, just say it.
You just see-
Spoil it.
you just see a silhouette of Bruce,
Yeah.
and you're like, holy shit! Like he's not even there, but
You just know. You
just
see
know
the
that
stature.
you just know
You
that's
see
Bruce
that
Wayne.
stature.
Yeah.
And then you see the technology. You see the technology.
Even the technology that Dick
Bro,
Grayson uses.
sick. You could tell that's from Bruce Wayne, bro.
Yeah, just everything's.
I need to watch it.
It's
I
crazy,
need to
man.
watch it.
No, really good, really
Actors
good.
are really good. Beast.
I heard. Oh no, go on.
Go on.
No, I was gonna change Chop's topic onto. I heard they're making a Superman series, but finish off with this and we'll talk about
Oh
that. shit.
yeah. I mean, overall, guys, watch it. It's
Check it
really-
out.
Check it
Tight
out.
man.
It's wicked.
Very good.
And yeah, it kicks ass, man. Kicks ass.
Alright, well, is it true they're making a Superman series?
I don't know.
From the girl, from the Superman.
It's rumours.
Anyway, I mean, it looks shit. Sorry, that's negative as fuck. But you know, I probably won't watch it. So
I'll give it a go. First up, couple
I
of
think
episodes.
maybe we're getting older. and We just had enough of that whole.
We
I
want
don't
better content.
Content,
Think about
yeah.
it. Back in the day, we can watch Lois and Clark and get moist. And what
Think
was
we were-
Lois? She was fit. You can watch that, and then you could just watch a story each guy. But now we
She was
want
fit.
better content, like because not just forget superhero movies, just TV and
TV and programs,
has
yeah.
given us such great content, right? Where you expect your superhero shows or whatever to have that same content.
No.
You can't watch Stranger Things or Ozark and then go on to Daredevil and it's got to be different. You
Yeah.
actually gotta give us great content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
trying to say?
exactly.
So with these shows, like it's the same thing. You can't give
And
me
that's what DC done with their Titans, bro.
good.
Their content is
Yeah,
better.
man. You want content, man.
Content is
I'll
much
be honest
better.
with you, when I first saw pictures of Titans, I was like, oh, shit, man, this is gonna be crap. And then I gave it a chance, and I was like, holy shit. I think I texted you and said, shit, this shit.
Yeah, man. I never forget with Daredevil, for example, Quads was like, no, it's poor. Remember Quads, like, he's a very controversial guy. He's like, poor. And then months later, I'm in Hong Kong. This one back in Hong Kong. I get a text message. I was wrong. That's all I got. I was wrong. But we all thought Daredevil might be poor as well until we watched the
No,
first couple
same.
episodes. And we're
That's
like,
true.
hold on a second. This is the content that we've always wanted.
No,
You know what I mean? So
It was
hey,
really
I'm gonna
good.
check out this Teen Titan thing. I'm
No,
for
check
sure.
it out, bro. It's a good show. Sorry, guys, I need to wash my mug. It's a very good show. I think it's good fun. But yeah, let's move on, man. Let's go on to the list. I think,
Let's check
sorry,
out
I know
some
you've been
lists.
holding
I'm
that.
gonna
We're gonna quickly
reference-
just breeze through a few things. Guys, sorry, there's no trailer reactions. Me, Gilman, and Nash have been absolutely busy with life. We've been having our life-work balance, but life has got extremely busy, so we've been really busy. Little Idris is growing up, he's running around the house. I've got Gilman's big move to Singapore, and then I've got my own personal things going on as well. So apologies for there's no content on our channel, and we will promise you there will be content.
To get some
We'll go
going.
for
I know I
tomorrow,
need to get. Yeah, let's do some man.
Tomorrow.
I gotta do some like fight. Toe to
So
toe.
Toads Toads will come with G-Man. Ash is going to do some gaming stuff and some model stuff whenever he gets a chance. And I will get back to my art very soon, guys. I know I'm off social media at the moment. It's only for the meanwhile, but I will have content up on YouTube for you guys. There's been a massive influx again of subscribers, and I want to thank you guys so much for clicking that subscribe button. There is more to come, guys. Please keep a close eye to this channel. We're going to breeze through what's happening in the movie world and the comic book world, and give you our thoughts so far.
Cool. Alright, number 1. Venom movie scores record-setting opening weekend in China. Now, Venom, we discussed this before, it wasn't a great movie.
What did you think, Ash? We didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the movie for what it was, but yeah, there was a lot they could have done better.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's not
well,
the truth.
I was reading something, right?
Yeah.
Listen, it's making all the money in the world, so that
Yeah,
means
yeah.
there is going to be a number
It's gonna
2.
be number
Exactly,
two,
yeah.
Right? But I was reading something, because of the success of Venom,
Yeah.
they might take Spidey out of the universe, because I think Spidey and apparently Spidey and Disney, Sony and Disney had a 5-movie contract.
Yeah.
Homecoming, Far From Home, Civil War, and the 2 Avengers.
Yeah.
And apparently after that, if because of the success of Venom, they're going to take him back and put him just in the Sony
They
universe.
can't do that though. They
I
got to
don't
give him
think-
free Spider-Man movies.
I
themselves.
listen, I don't
Yeah,
know, because
yeah.
I don't know if that was true, it might be fake news and whatnot, but in some weird way, I wanted Venom to flop. I wanted Venom to do great, but after I saw the movie, I
Wanted
wanted
it to flop, same
yeah,
way.
so they'd make the deal with Marvel.
Sorry, Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy,
He was the best thing about it.
He
That's
was
the best thing about it, yeah. But I'm sorry, dude.
No, but I did like the relationship between
No,
him
yeah,
and-
the symbiote and him
The
was
symbiote
sick.
and him were wicked.
Well, no, the bit of banter was great,
Yeah,
but there
yeah,
was no motive. There was no motive. There was no hate.
There's no
Remember,
hate, yeah.
the comics, man.
His
Venom
hate
hated
was
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Brock hated Parker. That was a relationship.
Yeah,
That's
a
why they
relationship.
bonded.
Yeah.
But this one was,
had none of that shit. But anyway, look, the success of the movie, like I said, I mean, it's great. They're gonna make more movies. It's good for them. But on a spiteful side, man, if they take Spider-Man out and try to put him in this universe and get him involved with Carnage and whatnot, and Venom, it's not gonna be great for the Marvel universe, because Spider-Man is more. I think the audience want to see him more with the Avengers than they
course.
do in the Spider-Man.
I want to see that.
Yeah, of course, man. He's
I want
been-
to see that.
Listen, Tony Stark has been mentoring Spider-Man. If you just take him away from his mentor, already you're going to be like, hold on, like, who's looking after him? 'Cause you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they've already built that relationship up. So anyway, Sony, don't take him away, just make the damn deals.
That's right.
Cool, but that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
We're still making the monies.
Mm.
The Grinch scores biggest opening weekend for a Christmas movie.
Right, I have to go check that and probably watch that
Is
this
this
week.
an animation, yeah?
That's animation, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
Plays the Grinch? Or,
Yeah, he plays a Grinch.
Damn, because I was thinking about when Jim Carrey
Jim
did
Carrey
it.
did. He was sick.
Cumberbatch was Grinch.
Yeah,
Oh really?
yeah.
I thought they would have just picked Jim Carrey.
No, Jim Carrey's sick though. I still love that one.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's a fucking
Yeah,
legend. Thanos, don't worry about that one. Hateful Eight composer slams Quentin Tarantino calls his films trash. I don't know, maybe there's just some beef there.
So that's what's his name? Enrico Inestrosa. Sorry guys, I put the accent on. I can't say his name properly, but he's done all the famous spaghetti western soundtracks.
What about Enrico Morricone?
Yeah, yeah, that's it,
Oh,
yeah.
he's
So-
brilliant, man.
He's amazing, but the film didn't present itself in the way it was meant to be. It was more of a like Quentin Tarantino movies are conversational movies.
Yeah. Dialogue
With
and shit.
because that composer, the way he makes music, bro, he put you in that scene, bro. Like when you watch The Good, Bad and Ugly, that scene when they're facing each other.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
Music.
it's been a while.
So-
Not recently.
I saw it recently, yeah, uncut version, 3 hours, bro.
Moist.
And that scene, when that song comes on, you're like, oh my god, the back of your hair will stand up.
Well, he's brilliant, like Hans Zimmer, right?
Yeah.
He could take a scene, put a tune to it that speaks to you. You know what I mean? Like, the scene wouldn't be as great without the music.
Once
It's
upon a
only-
time in the West.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's so going back to Red Dead Redemption. Same thing. They added certain songs that
They should have got that Morricone guy to do the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Do you know if he has?
I'm
You
not
should
sure,
remember.
but there's
Brilliant.
certain songs in the game where you're like, holy shit, gives you shivers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
flying
yeah,
into
that's
that.
so good.
Feels like you're actually in the wet wild west.
So
Brilliant.
good, so
well,
good, so
I mean,
good.
listen, I'm a Tarantino fan. I'm gonna watch all his movies,
Same,
but
man.
I have come out of the cinema with a few and be like, oh, that was kind of basic. You know what I'm trying to say? So, Hateful Eight was when I watched Hateful Eight. When I downloaded it, I saw Sam Jackson, all the great actors. I was like, man, this is gonna be fucking awesome. It was okay.
Yeah, it was
it
okay.
wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
Right. The problem is, you know, you produce something like Pulp Fiction, and the conversations in that were so amazing, and the film's so amazing. You're just like, you expect stuff like that. Remember, like, what film had a conversation about I went Burger King and chicken royale with cheese and shit? You're just like, what the fuck? But it's so entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think these films
do
I
that.
don't know. Yeah,
They
they
didn't
don't
do
do that. They just have a conversation, but it doesn't, have that emphasis
Impact,
on it.
yeah.
So, don't know, man. But I liked it anyway. But I don't know. Maybe there's some internal beef. Okay, what else is going on?
I heard about the first reviews of Aquaman.
Aquaman. Good reviews.
Yeah, good
Fucking
reviews, man.
brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this so much because I've been waiting for DC to like punch Marvel in the bowling for a while
Yeah.
because Wonder Woman did it.
I don't know. I think
So
I
you know-
personally think
Yeah.
I personally think Shazam is the dark horse in the DC universe.
You think so?
That movie trailer made me think Shazam's gonna be the
It's
dark
gonna be a
horse.
good film.
I think that's the one that's gonna be like, oh shit. It's gonna get a lot of. I think Shazam's gonna smash it. That's the dark. He's my dark horse. That movie
Yeah.
is my dark horse. in
But
the
no,
DC universe.
Aquaman. I'm looking forward
You
to
know
it. He
what?
didn't get much screen time in.
Yeah, he didn't get much
Yeah.
screen time in Justice League.
No.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, DC has been, without disrespect, I'm a
Yeah.
huge DC
Yeah.
fan. They have been quite a letdown after, like, for me. So I'm hoping Aquaman brings it back up.
Oh yeah, he will.
And I'm
bro,
hoping
he will.
Shazam turns the table, like he said.
Yeah,
Turns
definitely.
the
definitely.
table. And
Well,
bring-
we'll see.
and
And we'll
Wonder
review.
Woman, was it Wonder Woman 1984?
84.
1984. So obviously the company Hot Toys that do the 1/6 scales have just released pictures of the 1984 figurine.
Ah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's more brighter, more colourful.
It looks like the
It
comic.
looks like the comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
So
looks good, man.
It looks good.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
So yeah, it's a lot.
If
of
you're interested in hot toys, by the way, let us know.
yes,
Got a few.
Plugins.
Trust, man.
Some branding. Next time I might have a hot toy here.
You know
We should
what?
do that.
Fucking, we should do that.
Alright,
Next time,
one.
every time, bruv,
Every time we do a show, we'll have a new hot toy up on
to
display.
talk about, and you can contact us to purchase.
Yes.
Yeah, well, listen, Aquaman, I'm glad it got good reviews so far, and that 5-minute
The
trailer
trailer
looked
moist.
brilliant.
Moist.
Yeah,
I hope it's successful, but I'm saying now Shazam is the dark horse.
Yeah.
Cool. What is this? Did you read something about Marvel were a bit concerned that, the aliens in Infinity War, the ones they had a war with, they were concerned that they looked a bit too much like Venom, or they were scared that they will look too much like Venom.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Venom ships.
That-
I don't know, Infinity War concept.
Hey bro, did Mark Ruffalo get fired?
No, I think that was a
No,
joke.
It was a joke, wasn't it?
I think it's all a joke, but
I think
he's a
that's
spoiler.
Remember, he is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Bro, he spoiled Infinity Wars ages ago. This is when everybody dies.
Yeah, I
And
know. I
Dom
know.
Siddell
Oh
was
my
like-
god, you're basic. Yeah, so basic. And I think I don't know. And I think maybe how Ruffalo said the Infinity War Part 2 name on Thing's show.
Yeah.
I reckon maybe they told him to do it. Directors. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
just let's make it.
But is it called Annihilation or whatever?
It's
it's
such a
called?
bad name though. I don't like
Is
it.
it legit though?
I don't think so, bro. It can't be, man.
I think it is because there's always been pictures and stuff.
No, man.
I don't know if it's
Annihilation
real.
doesn't sound.
Epic. They should have done Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sign.
Infinity Gauntlet would have sounded better.
I think so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
alright.
Should-
Whatever it
um,
is, it's gonna make a shitload of money,
they
and I'm
should
gonna
Well,
get
you
put
it.
it-
know, yeah, you know what?
Pixie dust.
Remember we watched Ant-Man and Wasp yesterday? Remember at the end, she told him before he went into the quantum zone,
Where
she
was
said
that
to him,
yesterday?
you were basic, you
Yeah.
were working.
Yeah.
She said to him, hey, don't get sucked into the time
Vortex.
vortex.
Yeah, yeah,
That's-
That you'll be gone forever.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, bro, that could be the time. That could be
That's the time.
fucking the
Well,
time traveling.
yeah. I think they're gonna bring the time traveling thing.
But
in.
it could be
But that
through
could
that.
be, it could be through that.
'Cause she
bro.
might be thinking you're gone forever. He might figure out that actually I could go back in time with this shit. Like, listen,
Crazy.
it might be deep because he might go back in time through the time vortex,
Come back.
come back, and because he's stuck, he can't come back.
Yeah.
Maybe that is his way out, going through this time vortex and coming back, be it back in time with Captain America number or back in time before the snap and figure out what's going on.
Ant-Man's
Sees
got-
a snap, he's like, oh shit, I gotta go tell Cap this was happening, blah blah blah, whatever. 'Cause remember, my criticism of Ant-Man and Wasp was, okay, it connected with the snap, but the whole Avengers Infinity War movie happened, like the shit that happened in New York and blah 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 blah, and
But it could be
Ant-Man-
months later. I was thinking about it yesterday. So their incident could have happened before all of that, and then when they tried the time vortex thing, it could have been a month or two.
Yeah, but they're trying this. They're going into the quantum zone a month later. But what about the part where the New York's getting attacked and Wakanda's getting attacked? That's all on the news. Remember, Scarlet Witch and Vision saw that in Scotland on the news. So they must have saw it in the news too. So what? Why not one? Why no conversation about it or mention about it? And two, why didn't Ant-Man and things say we need to go help?
But it would have been smart if they saw it and he's like, shit, I'm on tag. I can't leave or I can't see my daughter. You know, you see what I'm trying to say? Something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, there was no talks about it. New York just got invaded by aliens again. Let's be real, like, it's all over the news. So that was my criticism. However, if they use this time vortex thing that she mentioned, that could be a good thing.
a good way in.
That's just my thing anyway. Bucky may never become Captain America according to Sebastian Stan. You know, we don't know
what's going to happen, what they're going to
I don't think they should do it because Chris Evans is too... In the comic books, you can change things left, right and centre. In the movies, it's a different game, man. You're putting visuals to it, you're putting emotional content to it. You can't take away Captain and change it.
Right, exactly.
You're Bucky, man. I love you as Bucky. Stay as Bucky.
Exactly.
Dragon Ball Super Broly trailer, with a new Dragon Ball movie. I want to check that out for sure. Deadpool.
Thank you, saying.
Oh, Captain Marvel takes place in 1995. I think there was in Japan. There was a Japanese trailer or something that exposed that before anyone.
What's that?
Captain Marvel takes place in 1995, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good one. My blockbuster videos are still around and all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
It's good. It'd be good.
Yeah, I would only just go for all of this shit. Those are the main sort of ones, man. Yeah.
Cool. We should be getting a trailer hopefully by the end of this month for Avengers 4, so I'm looking forward to that.
A trailer or a teaser?
Teaser,
whatever it is, I don't care. I was saying to Kibbs the other day, I was coming back from Singapore to London, and they had this little toy shop, and then in the toy shop they had a little Avengers section, and they had the trailer on repeat, that first trailer. Oh my god, I just saw that and got goosebumps, man. It's just Thanos when he's just saying dread it, this, whatever. I was like moist, and this the music, man. I want to see some kind of fucking trailer for Avengers 4. I can't wait, man.
Exactly.
What was happening? Quick UFC update. Daniel Cormier, fucking 2-time, he defended his heavyweight champion. This was last week, I'm a bit late. But he defended his heavyweight belt. So he's a light heavyweight champion, and he's the first guy to defend one of the belts, because normally people sit out and get one of the belts stripped. And then this week, you gotta watch it, man. Shit. Rodrigo, I can't remember his first name, man. Rodrigo's a Mexican guy, the Taekwondo guy. He fought Korean Zombie, and he knocked him out with an on-buck elbow.
What?
They had a massive fight. It was awesome. At the end, the Korean Zombie came in. Right, so this was the last second of the last round, bro. Right, Korean Zombie came in. He just kind of slipped the punches and went pop, knocked him the fuck out. Brilliant, absolutely amazing. Great fighters. He needs to fight Zabit. I'm not gonna try and pronounce his fella.
That guy.
Yeah, they're great other fighters. So it's great. Donald Cerrone beat shit, I forgot his name, man. Shit, why am I forgetting everyone's name? But Donald Cerrone had a victory by armbar. I think it might. No. I forgot his name. Got blank. Anyway, broke his arm and shit. So yeah, good on Cerrone, man, because he's a legend in the thing. And then Ben Askren, who's just come from the ONE FC, he's gonna be fighting Robbie Lawler, and that is a fucking mad fight. Ben Askren's a mad wrestler, almost like Khabib. I mean, they're different style of wrestling. Khabib's a Russian, Ben Askren's a American, but he's just used that wrestling to a point where in his last 2 fights, he hasn't been touched. You know, you take someone down and they can't even hit you.
Done.
Like a Khabib thing, but he's come into the UFC now, and his first fight is against a guy called Robbie Lawler, and he's an animal. He's just a legend in the sport, and an animal, so it'll be a great fight. So yeah, that's moist.
Cool.
Just wanted to quickly talk about that because I haven't caught up with UFC in ages, man. I just love that mixed martial arts vibe. I'm going to be training in Evolve MMA when I get to Singapore. I can't wait. Mike Marsh Johnson's over there in the ONE FC now. He's going to be in Singapore a lot. I'm going to meet. I swear, I'm telling you, I think I'll meet a lot of fighters out there. Renzo Gracie is always out in Singapore.
Nice.
It's going to be fun from a martial art perspective.
No, that'd be good. Make sure you get quick selfie videos with them, man.
Hell yeah, man. And then from a training perspective, yes, I'm on holiday. Well, not on holiday, but I am on holiday, I guess. And I'm always eating shit and whatnot. But the one thing I've been doing, especially in New York, man, you know, I'm in New York, I want to eat shit. My diet's all over the place. I've been eating pizza and whatnot. But the one thing I'm maintaining is my 5 a.m. wake ups, go for a jog, get that training in, go to the gym, get some training in. And then I was doing fasting, man. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to eat what I want. I'm just going to fast. So the day before, I flew out, I knew I won't have time to think, because I'd done a nice hip hop tour. I went to pay my respects to Big Pun. Happy birthday, by the way, man. Rest in peace. He would have been 47.
Oh, man.
So epic. But I went to the Bronx to pay my respects to Big Pun, to the train down to Harlem, pay my respects to Big L. Then I took the train down to Brooklyn and pay my respect to Biggie. Absolutely amazing hip hop. My own hip hop tour that I did. Nice. I love doing that when I go to New York. And then after that I went to Midtown and I had to catch my flight. So I knew I couldn't eat throughout the day. So breakfast, bro. I got this massive breakfast. The girl was like, "Are you sure that's too much?" And I'm like, "Don't worry." And you know, American portions are bigger than anything. Munch up the whole thing, and then I just fasted for 24 hours, man. And you know what? It like I said, like, yes, I'm eating shit, and I advise it.
Took it in.
Yeah, but fasting is great. But it's what I'm trying to say to you. And I'm not advising to eat shit. But what I'm saying is fasting is an easy diet because when you eat, put it this way, and I'm not. You need to do your own research and shit. And I'm not giving this justice, and I'm not giving no science behind it. But you eat a meal, right? You top up your carbs, you top up your protein, and you top up, and then some fat gets stored. You eat again a couple hours later. What happens is you store more fat. You top up your carbs again, right? Throughout that time period, you've used up your carb energy, but you top it up again, get a bit more protein. What fasting does is it allows you to use up all that carb energy, all that glucose, right? And then the glycogen, which is stored energy, right? That shit is sugar, let's not forget. So if you're not training, I'm talking about normal person, right? That's sugar. So that's sugar energy running around. That's the shit that causes inflammation and all that sort of stuff. That's what inflammation causes disease. So if you fast, you just use up all that carbohydrate, glucose, energy, glycogen. Once you use that up, your body's gonna be like, oh shit, I need energy. Right?
So
it goes to the fat. Your insulin level, then it allows your insulin level to drop, and then your body goes into fat burning mode, starts taking the fat, turns those fats into ketones. It's a way more effective, efficient, healthier energy source. Okay. But you can never go, your body is designed never to go into the fat if you keep topping up the carbs. So what fasting allows you to do is just to drain that carbohydrates so you can go into the fat. So I just recommend, like, if you want to get on a diet, I think fasting's easy. You know, start off with 12-hour fast, then get to a 14-hour fast, and eventually try and get to a 16-hour fast. And you know, at first,
water, of course,
yeah, you could drink water, have tea. Ideally, Dr. Wanda Patrick was saying you don't want anything to activate your liver, so tea and coffee doesn't. You shouldn't do that, right? However, I think you should just start off with that sort of stuff. And I'm not recommending you eat shit, but what I'm saying is, say if you're just eating a basic diet, cereal and whatever carbs. I say just maintain that, but just do it with a fasting, and then slowly work on getting rid of certain, like, you know, carbs and complex carbs and all that sort of shit. But fasting is such an easy way, because I wake up, I feel great, I feel less bloated. You know what I mean? Fasting, 100% recommended. Do your research on it. I think as human beings, we weren't designed to eat 6 meals a day or 3 meals a day. No. Think about our ancestors and whatnot in the hunter-gatherer days. You would hunt for an animal, you kill it, and that's lasting you weeks. You're having one big meal, and that's probably what it is. And we've survived. You know what I'm trying to say? So, anyway, fasting, guys. Research on it. Do more research on it. I didn't give no scientific breakdown because I don't know the scientific breakdown, but I listened to loads of scientists. Only problem is I can't store that shit in my head, but I know they're talking some serious good shit. You know what I mean? Dr. Wanda Patrick is the first one that. We did it as Muslims anyway, but I never really understood the health benefits. She's one of the best that really understand, or maybe she put the science behind it.
Made you understand it.
Yeah, so maybe believe in it more as well.
No, that's right.
So yeah,
all right.
A bit of health.
Health, guys. Life, work, balance.
Trust.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for G-Man and Ash joining us. We'll get one more podcast with us three all together before the long march again.
Well, yeah.
But we'll catch up soon. Oh, actually, when you back?
Come back Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, so
let's do it Thursday night,
Thursday night, Friday.
Friday,
do that, guys. So you'll catch
my
more.
flight's Saturday, 7 o'clock.
In the morning?
No, afternoon.
Alright, guys. Take care. So
cool.
Thanks again.
Peace.
Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to request anything, guys, please comment below. And we'll catch you guys up soon. One love. Peace.
Peace.